Hello everyone and welcome back to Coach Craig's Sports. Today is Saturday, April 16th, and this is the MLB DFS video for today. So in today's video, we'll be doing a recap of yesterday's picks, seeing how they turned out, talking about my core plays for tonight's slate as well, and then going over to my article at WeBetATS.com and talking about my top GPP stacks for the day. So without further ado, we're going to get into it with a recap of yesterday's picks. At pitcher, we had Zach Plesac, $7,700. He got to 22 points. He was not bad, but he was not quite what we wanted yesterday. You could give him a push here. I gave him a miss yesterday just since there were some other good pitchers. Carlos Rodon was my other favorite pitcher on the opposite side of that matchup, and he, I believe, was the top pitcher on the slate yesterday. Then at first base, we had Jose Abreu, $3,700. He ended up with 0.0 for 4. I will say this, too. When I made the video, Corey Kluber was projected to be the starter for Tampa Bay. It ended up being Drew Rasmussen, and he had a pretty good history against Corey Kluber. Goes against Corey Kluber today now, so maybe he's a guy that you look at playing today. And then we had Jose Altuve, $3,600. He ended up with 0 points over 4 as well. A guy that really hit Marco Gonzalez very well throughout his career, as did all the Astros, but Marco Gonzalez was on top of his game yesterday and pitched very, very well, so it was just kind of unfortunate there. Then at shortstop, we had Alberto Mondesi, who was $2,700. Over 3 yesterday, 0 points. So a bad over streak yesterday with these three guys. Then we had Trey Mancini at $2,600. Got 3 points. Gave him a push there just since he was a guy that didn't really kill you, but he didn't really help you at the same time either. So a pretty unfortunate day yesterday. A lot of misses that we did have here. A lot of offers, but hopefully we can flip that right around today. And with that being said, we'll get moved over to the picks for today. We're going to start off with pitcher Jameson Taillon at $8,600. Pitched reasonably well in his first start. If we get 5 or 6 innings out of him today, we'll be pretty happy. He's going against Baltimore today, who he's had decent history against so far in his career, but the only guy that's really hit him well is Cedric Mullins. So as long as he can kind of avoid that with Cedric Mullins and pitch as well as he has against the rest of the lineup, he's probably in line for a pretty big day today as well. Then we move down to first baseman Paul Goldschmidt, $3,700. Going against the Milwaukee Brewers today, going against Adrian Hauser, who he is 6 for 21 against with 2 home runs. So it looks like a pretty favorable matchup for him overall. Then on the opposite side of that game, we have Keston Hiura, $2,200 for the Milwaukee Brewers, probably starting at first base, going against the left-handed starter, and Steven Matz. So Keston Hiura is somebody I would definitely be interested in there. Hasn't really shown us too much upside yet this season, but he does hit left-handed pitching rather well. And then we move down to shortstop Corey Seager, $3,200. He's had a pretty reasonably good start to the year for the Texas Rangers, being his new club. 7 for 10 against Noah Syndergaard in his career, so pretty good upside there. He also does have 1 home run against him as well. And then last but not least, we have Christian Yelich, $3,000. Kind of been hit or miss so far this season. Not too many big games yet, but going against Steven Matz today. Lefty on lefty is a little bit tougher, but Steven Matz is not a guy that really neutralizes lefties too well. And Christian Yelich is 5 for 15 off him in his career. A little bit of upside play there, a little bit of a price discount on a guy in Christian Yelich who, at least, is a former MVP candidate. Maybe not quite at the level he used to be at, but he's still a pretty good ball player all around. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 picks that I do have listed here, you'll have $14,300 remaining, just under $3,600 per player. So you can pretty much pay up for anybody that you want on tonight's slate. If you wanted to pay up for a different pitcher outside of Jameson Taillon, you could definitely do that as well. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to my article and the top GPP stacks for the day. So the ones I have today is the Los Angeles Angels going against Taylor Hearn of the Texas Rangers. Not a very scary pitcher. Then you have a lot of Angels hitters starting to hit the ball just a little bit, so I'm be very interested in the guys near the top of the lineup. Then we have the Houston Astros once again. They are going against Seattle. Chris Flexen is a guy that's kind of struggled against this Astros team as well. Obviously, we saw that with Marco Gonzalez yesterday, and it didn't pan out, but so hopefully it kind of goes back to what we would expect. And then last but not least, we have the Yankees. I believe it's Tyler Wells pitching today for Baltimore. Guy that hasn't had too much experience at the big league level. Left-handed pitcher, and the Yankees do hit lefties reasonably well. But with that being said, these are my core picks as well as top GPP stacks for the FanDuel main slate for today. As always, if you have any questions related to MLB DFS, be sure to leave them down in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Also, be sure to let me know your favorite play on tonight's slate. Might be one of the core 5 that I do have listed here. Might be someone from my top GPP stacks. Might be someone completely different. Definitely interested in hear what you guys have to say. But with that being said, if you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. It helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS, whether it's MLB, whether it's NBA, whether it's NFL. Heck, I just put out a thread on Twitter. I can leave a link down in the comments below to that, where I went through some of the USFL DFS plays for this week as well. And then with that being said, if you are a new or current subscriber who's yet to do so, also be sure to hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. Like I've been saying, I post up daily MLB DFS videos just like this. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.